Hello guys, and I have an interesting discussion for you. Let's say you do not want to top with the usual thing at your next regionals. You don't want to play Sky Strikers or Thunder Dragons or Altergeist to try and get that more free win. You want to make it challenging for yourself and you want to play a rogue deck. So, let's say you want to try and top with KOZMOs today, and you want to accomplish a rogue deck top. Today I'm going to be giving you strategies on how to at least get close to it or even get to that goal. I'm not saying this will help you get that first place, but I hope this will help you get very close to that goal or accomplish it. So today I'm going to be telling you some strategies on how to possibly top with a rogue deck. So realize that you can't just go there and expect to get a win by surprising people. Many people think they can just go in with the deck and say, I'm going to surprise people. They just won't know how to play the deck. Because there will be people who just kind of figure it out at some point. Or you're just like me and I just know every rogue strategy. I'm sorry, I would be your nightmare. Because I know almost any deck besides Flower Guardians. Don't know those. Everything else, surprisingly no, and I would be your nightmare. So don't rely on that strategy. So know what you are playing against. Know what's in the meta. If you are playing meta, you should still know what is in the meta. So this is a bit of common sense, but just learn it. Realize Sky Strikers, they're a thing. They'll search Widow Anchor. They will steal your cards. So having something that can't be targeted, like our boy Dark Destroyer here, he may save you. He can't be targeted. Sky Strikers can't Widow Anchor it. So you may think that KOZMOs are a good idea. But realize you're playing Thunder Dragons. If you have a rogue deck that searches a lot, maybe not the best time, especially since people are playing Shared Ride to side against Sky Strikers. It's just a bad time to play something that searches quite a lot. You honestly just can't play those decks rogue because there's so much to beat it. So know what you will be playing against and think just common sense. Think smart, guys. Know what you're playing against. Shouldn't have to tell you, but I wanted to be first. Just get over it with quickly before I can tell you some more advantageous advice. My second piece of advice is just play something that will hopefully be good against the meta or not be bad in the least. KOZMOs, I think, is a pretty good example of what will be okay, because it doesn't do too much searching, but you would consider removing any Eclipsers if you are playing in deck, or Dark Planet if you're playing like a build that just pops it out of hand. You may want to not play those just because of Shared Ride and Colossus being in the format. It's just a problem for that, and it will be a problem for a lot of decks. So you just have to think smart of what will do good, what will do bad. Just something that gets shut down completely, don't play that. Something that doesn't get shut down, consider it. It may be good. You still have that surprise factor. Don't rely on it, but it is a good thing. So another common sense thing I just wanted to say to you guys. So yeah, on to tip 3. So you may think that you can just play this deck to be on the cheaper end of the game. Honestly, that's not the case at all. If you are playing something rogue and want to top with it, you are paying all the money you possibly can to make it the best you can. Otherwise, you will not have a shot. You have to pay for every single card that you need. You cannot cut short on one card just because you do not want to afford it. With a better deck, you may say, oh, I don't need this card specifically to get the win. Altergeist, technically you do need impermanences to do really well with the deck, but I've topped ARG with Altergeist without impermanences. Sure, it was a sad ARG, but realize I do make a point in a good deck can still not have all the cards and can still do pretty well. With a rogue deck, you need to have absolutely everything in your toolbox to just make sure you can pull out that win. So you can't go cheap anywhere. If you need a card and it's expensive, you must buy that card or else you're not going to have a good time. So realize when you're playing a rogue deck, you want to know absolutely everything about it. If you do not know one thing, it can make you lose the game. You must know the whole ceiling level of your deck and know every spicy tech. So please research your deck if you're going out with rogue, because it's just 10 times harder to try and top with it. Just make sure you research, you should do well. You may not know a certain card that goes super well in the deck. Who knows? You may not know, again, KOZMOs. If you have Slip Rider, you summon it out during standby and pop like an artifact you have set. You can summon a Scythe and then lock out the extra deck, which could shut down Thunder Dragons entirely. I don't know, they can still do a little bit of stuff from what I've seen. I dimensional bear them usually, so they can't go into fusions. But with just dropping that, they usually can't do much. And then next turn, you would overlay it, make it infinity, which would be a negate. So just know what your deck can do. Consider them, and consider what you will run before you go into the event. Now remember, side decking is so important. It is so important when you're playing rogue, because you can make a absolutely strong side deck that can help you almost obliterate the game 3 if it comes to it. I honestly play a deck that isn't really meta relevant. It's Danger Dark World, but it isn't like a slash draw FDK. It's just a toolbox deck. And how I make it work is I usually just make it a side deck turbo. Since it has so much draws, I can consistently get to my side deck and hopefully shut down my opponent immediately before they can do anything. So side deck can be super strong, and I know this. I've won so many games just to the side deck alone currently. So just side deck really, really well, and that could help you get those game 3s. And if you're side decking bad, you almost have no chance of making it through to the end of the tournament. You'll almost always get 0-3. So basic fundamental of the game I have to remind you about is that you can't guarantee going first and going second. Let's say your deck has amazing going first or amazing going second. You can't guarantee if that's going to happen. I currently play a big OTK deck, but a lot of times they will say, you go first, have fun with that. I may set up one negate, but usually they can shut me down unless I side decked well. So you gotta have a deck that can win going first and going second. Otherwise, you're just not going to do well. They're just going to say to do the other thing, and especially if you're competing to go first, you're not going to win. Just saying, it's not going to happen, because everyone says, oh, I may only won 3 dice rolls or 2 dice rolls or 1 dice rolls, and that's usually everyone in the room. You know, it's honestly how statistics work for some reason. You don't win half of your dice rolls. You always win 1/3 of them from what I've seen. So only expect 1/3 of the time you'll be able to go first if you are thinking that route. If you are going second, you may have to hedge on them wanting to go first. But the thing is, there's still OTK decks out there who may want to go second too. There's Crusade players in the room, there's Cyber Dragon players in the room. You can't guarantee that everyone will say, I want to go first. You may come across me and I'm like, oh, I want to go second. And I'm just going to ruin your day if you're planning on going second. You have to build a deck that can go first, go second, and do well against meta, which is hard to find, but it's possible. It's possible to get these wins, and I'm hoping I pick up something from my points. And the last thing is, think of other side deck cards that are popular that don't hurt you. If you can integrate a lot of popular side deck cards that put in work against the meta and they won't hurt you, that's amazing. Example, KOZMOs. You can't really play Imperial Iron Wall as a out to Thunder Dragons. The thing is, because you're going to want to banish the tag out your stuff. So you won't be able to play that card. That's just locked out for you. It's not going to happen. It's not allowed. So you'll have to think of something else. D-Barrier, other good example. If you want to play like a Trap Trick artifact build, it'd be great because you'll be playing 6 copies of Dimensional Barrier, and going first, you'll probably beat Thunder Dragons just because of that, unless you bricked horribly. You just have to think of popular side decks, and if they hurt or don't hurt you. If they don't hurt you, they're probably a good bet of what to put in for the side deck. If they do hurt you, immediately cut them out. Side decks that hurt you are the worst things ever. Do not play them. You may consider, oh, it hurts this worse. Don't play them. Trust me. You don't want to play anything that may possibly come back to hurt you, because it's kind of karma. It's just going to hit you back. Now that's it for my list for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I did have a bit of a roughed up throat. It's been like this for like maybe 3 days, so I'm only going to record this video until I recover. Should last me because I have 2 more videos to come out, make a week. But I haven't been getting enough support, so consider subscribing if you did like this video. Check out the other video. It's probably going to be on the outro, maybe in the cards. I don't know if I remember it. It should be, that's that right? If it isn't flipped, it should be there. If it's flipped, there. Just consider watching my other videos. It's hard starting up, putting a lot of quality, putting a lot of effort to make these videos for you guys. Hope you like, hope you enjoy, subscribe maybe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.